I'm speaking to Taina of the Coalition Against Trafficking Against Women here at the End Sexual Exploitation Summit in Houston, Texas, and such a great privilege speaking to you, Taina. Now, in South Africa currently, there's discussion about decriminalizing the sex industry. And there are pro-prostitution groups that are putting this information out consistently that if you decriminalize the entire sex industry, you protect the dignity and the human rights of women. And with all your experience in the work you're doing on a global scale, is that possible?
So thank you so much for having me, and we're well aware of what's happening in South Africa. I know that the Law Commission is about to issue a report for the government to consider which legal framework is going to govern issues of prostitution, and we really hope that the government of South Africa is not going to decriminalize the sex trade wholesale, because we know who are the people who are being exploited, and we know who are the exploiters. So when you talk about sex work, and I know sex work is a term that is used widely to describe prostitution, it's not sex, it's not work, it's violence, it's the purchase of violence, it's the purchase of subjugation and sexual harassment and rape. What we don't really think about, what we need to think about, including in South Africa, is that we can protect the dignity of people who are in prostitution just by virtue of their birth. We don't need to decriminalize the sex trade. We don't need to legalize pimping and brothel owning and sex buying to attain the dignity of the person. A person has dignity, a person has rights by virtue of her birth.